my rants.
Welcome back to another video by myself, now got Myron YouTube, and today, as you've seen in the title, we are going to be looking at the fresh news of that Leeds United are returning to the Premier League for the first time in 16 years. And today we'll be looking at Leeds United's promotion. What's going to entail in the video is a brief history of Leeds United, the rise and fall of Leeds United, and how I would think they would do in the Premier League, including that they should make these signings and thinking who their star players they should keep. So before you get in the video, hit that button, like, subscribe, turn the notification button on, daily uploads. I'm keeping it active for you guys. So let's get into the video. Now Leeds United aren't shy of winning trophies and having some taste of success. Now the team was formed in 1919 and they play in Yorkshire, one of the biggest cities in Yorkshire, well, the biggest in my Leeds. And they were formed in 1919 and they play at the stadium of Ellen Road, which has a capacity of 37,890, I think. Something around about that number. And to be honest, you have to look at their club history. Now their club history has been played with a lack of trophies, pre-war. So pre-war times, that's before World War II. But they have won an excessive amount of trophies. They've had some European success, and they've had some English success. Now, most of their cups and trophies were won under the Don Revie era, 1961 to 75, 14 glorious years of trophy winning. That includes one FA Cup, 3 runners-up in the FA Cup, 3 First Division Championships, 2 under Don Revie, 1 in 1992. They were the runner-up twice in that. EFL Cup once, Community Shield twice. One of them was won in 1992 for the Community Shield. They've won the Winners' Cup, the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, the Interfair Cities Trophy twice. They have won the Championship. Well, they're going to win the Championship this season. Hope I don't eat my own words. And they have won promotion from the League One back in 2010. Let's just stick away from the trophies. Let's go into the man, the myth, the legend, Don Revie, and how he transformed Leeds for its rise, and then categorically its fall. Let's have a look. Now, Leeds United are a very big club, but it goes to show they were even bigger back in the mid-60s. They were an absolute powerhouse of English football and European football. They were managed by the legend Don Revie, who had international flair in Billy Bremner. Billy Bremner, club legend and an absolute class of a man. Don Revie masterminded Leeds United to make one of the most strongest minded, one of the most threatening teams in Europe and English football. He basically won them FA Cups, First Divisions, and his last bit of trophy, or failure to win a trophy, was back in 1975, where they lost the European Cup final, which would have been, the Premier League, not the Premier League, the UCL, UEFA Champions League. They lost against Bayern Munich, who had the likes of Gerd Müller and Franz Beckenbauer. And it was unfortunate that they lost due to bad refereeing decisions on Bayern's behalf. After that 1975 Cup final loss, Don Revie left, and this sparked the downfall of Leeds United heavily, very heavily. Through the years of 1980 to 2001, Leeds United only won a small trophies. They only won 2 in that time. They won the First Division before the formation of the Premier League. They won that in 1992. They won the Community Shield in 1992. Apart from that, Leeds United have had minimal success from 1975 to 2001, although things started to change in 2001. A glimmer of hope, a young Leeds side with the likes of Rio Ferdinand, James Milner, Harry Kewell, and many more. Aaron Lennon, you can name him for days. Leeds United were looking to be under a powerhouse again, under the manager of David O'Leary. In that season of 2001, they were fighting with Man United to get to the top of the table. They lost the UCL semi-final against Valencia. They lost 3-0 on aggregates, but that was the last time they really faced the music. Now we come into the dramatic fall of Leeds United. With Leeds United, in 2003 to 2005, you can just single out one person, Peter Ridsdale. Now, Peter Ridsdale, seen that in 2001 they were back at the height of the UEFA Champions League, and he borrowed money to buy big players. And unfortunately, it didn't work out in his favour, as Leeds weren't getting high enough in the table so they can get that Premier League sponsorship money. And they just lived the dream. And they had debts over £100 million, and they had to sell some of their big players. For example, Rio Ferdinand made the move from Leeds to Manchester United. And then this led to the relegation in 2004, where they went to the Championship. And to be honest, it just didn't go well from there. The minute they went down to the Championship in 2004, they had to sell their own stadium, Ellen Road, and their training ground to a landlord. So they didn't even own the stadium. They even had to give up the stadium to a landlord because they owed an excessive amount of money. You're looking into 2005 now. Early January, Ken Bates has just sold Chelsea to Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich, a Russian businessman who came from Russia to buy an influx into Chelsea. Ken Bates took over Leeds United, but he couldn't save what they went up shit creek for. And then 2 years later, this led to League One. First time in their history. And it took 3 years for them to get back to the Championship, facing administration. And yeah, it was ridiculous. And then this led to 2014 under Massimo Cellino, the Italian chairman who bought the club, and in the space of 2 years sacked 6 managers, and he was facing charges for tax fraud in native Italy. This goes to show that Leeds have been through a downfall heavily, but now they're on the categoric rise again. Dirty Leeds are up, they're coming back up again under the managerialship of Marco Bielsa. Let's get into this season on how they've done and what they should do in the Premier League. Let's go! Now Leeds. Honestly, you just cannot say. This season has been biblical to extent for Leeds, catastrophic for many rivals. For the first time in a very long time, they have yo-yoed from the playoffs to just missing out on getting into the automatic spots. They have finally done it with the likes of a versatile, strong Calvin Phillips holding up the midfield. You've got a technical Spaniard right mid, Pablo Hernandez, who can shift into the midfield. You've got a nimble assist king all the way from Manchester, Jack Harrison, who came from New York City through a draft. You've got also nimble players such as Matus Klich, the Polish left back, and then you've got Helder Costa, the skillful, agile Portuguese man who came from Wolverhampton Wanderers, who has now made a permanent signing for £16 million. And then you've got stats as 8 assists for Jack Harrison this season, Pablo Hernandez, 7 assists. Patrick Bamford, 16 goals. That's ridiculous. He couldn't even string a goal when Borough were in the Premiership. That's ridiculous. But do I think, my view on Leeds promotion, under a good manager, they are under a very good manager, and I feel like it's deserved. Leeds United are a very big club with a very big fan base, and I feel like it's deserved. Do I think they'll stay up straight away? No. You just have to look at Fulham and Aston Villa. Fulham spent over £100 million and they got relegated straight away. Aston Villa spent near enough £100 million. They got relegated straight away. The only thing is, if they do a Sheffield United, spend low, keep the same players in who've been on form for them, they will charge and they'll stay up mid-table. But if they are going to spend, like they've already done with Helder Costa, £16 million, it will be mad. If they sign these players, they could stay up. The likes of James Milner, ex-Leeds player. He's versatile, can play in left back and can play in the midfield. You can get Joe Hart, Burnley goalkeeper. He hasn't played a game, hardly played games this season. It would be good if you get him in. Ben White off loan from Brighton, back into the club on a permanent, including Jack Harrison off loan into a permanent deal. Larouki, young Algerian left back from Liverpool, he would be ideal for you. And then if you could try and get Todd Cantwell or Max Aarons from Norwich or Josh King from Bournemouth, your team could be completed. But I hope Leeds stay up because they have that status of being one of the most hated clubs in England. Prove them wrong, Leeds. I know you can do it. But please, hope you like the video. This is my view on Leeds promotion. I feel like after last season, after Spygate, I think they deserve it, to be honest. A bit of karma bitten them in the back. But I hope you like the video. You know, like and subscribe. And yeah, back tomorrow with another video. Peace and love. There was a man from Leeds who scranned a packet of seeds. In less than an hour, his cock was a flower and his bum was full of weeds.